Have you ever been in an argument with somebody and you looked at them honestly and said, I have no idea how you can think that? Well, maybe that's not their problem. Let's talk about that. Hey, Jeff here with another installment of In the Know, where we're learning how to thrive in the new normal. Now, there are, again, more craziness and it changes every day. I just found out that there are fights broke out over protests of whether to open up a state or not to open up a state. And this is certainly a very controversial topic. Everybody has their own thoughts and opinions, and it's okay. These are important issues, and we need to talk and debate about these things. But you know what? This issue is going to come, and it's going to go. And we want to make sure that we don't damage any relationships, have any long-term damage to friends, to families, to coworkers that will last even longer than this particular situation. Paul says it like this. He says, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone else. Well, how do you live at peace with somebody who you have a sharp disagreement with? Well, let's look at it this way. So you have your thoughts, you have your opinions on this particular issue, and you really think you're right. And you're over here, and this is a product of your experience, your perspective, your information, and your personality. And that's good. And you're talking with somebody over here, and they have a stark contrast, and you just don't understand it. Well, first of all, let's recognize that their opinion makes perfect sense to them, just as your opinion makes perfect sense to you. And so they're sitting over here, and their opinion, their point of view, it's a product of also their perspective, their information, and their past and their personality. And so there's this gap. Well, I'm going to give you two things that are going to really help diffuse the conversation. So first of all, is in this gap, this differences of opinions, you want to place trust. You don't want to put suspicion in there. Suspicion is thinking that the other guy's totally wrong, that he's an idiot, that he just, is totally off or has false motives. But you want to, at the very beginning of the conversation, assume trust. Trust that the other person is not an idiot, that he has good motives, that he is really well informed. So it's a mental exercise. You just have to put this in here and say, okay, I trust that maybe he's not off the wall or he's trying to do something. Let me just trust in this conversation. The second thing you do is be curious. Find out more information. Ask questions. Ask questions about why they say these things, what information that they have, what's their perspective and point of view, and strive to understand where their point of view is. So at the end of the conversation, if you've placed trust in there, if you've asked questions and are curious and really listen. Now, you may not come to the same opinion. You might still have differences of opinions, but I guarantee the conversation, the temperature of the conversation is going to go down significantly, and there will be no relational ramifications or damage to the relationship as a result of this issue. Because remember, these issues, they come and then they go. It's important. We need to talk about these things, but we don't need to hurt relationships. We don't need to make next Thanksgiving super awkward because you had an argument with your uncle and now you're sitting next to him at Thanksgiving eating turkey. So listen, guys, I appreciate everything you do. Remember what Paul says, if it as much as possible, it depends on us to live at peace with everyone else in these kind of crazy upside down times. Hey, you guys be safe. Have a great week. Thanks.